Whoa, here we are. Where's he gone? Hello, everybody. I don't know where he's just removed himself from. I think
Sorry, I just put the solo Burke banner up and tried to sneak out before the intro finished.
Yeah, he was trying to do an impression of me, but he didn't get away. Stood on his tail,
Never mind.
sloping off. How are we, guys? I hope everybody's well.
Hey, look at that. We've got Gillian in already.
Hi, Gillian. No, Michael said I would say hi, but I'm worried I'll get ignored when you all meet up later.
He said before
he's so sad, Michael.
He put it in Discord before because he said this morning. I think it was this morning. He put, I'll be in Discord for a little bit. Rare bit of time off if anyone's free." And then hours later, me and you were like, "Right, everyone's in Discord. Let's go." And then he was like, "Oh, I see."
Michael, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'll tickle your belly for you. How's that? Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, MZ's first into fight, of course.
Yeah, it's the name of the stream. It was no plan. Fight me.
Yeah, obviously it called MZ straight in. Fight me. Boom, she's there. Who wants noodling now? But yeah,
there's our background.
There's so we're back again, aren't we? We're back again. We're back again after the last one.
Hey, Lex, how you doing?
Hey, Lex.
Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. So yeah, we're back. We haven't got many plans for this at all. I took the liberty of reading some news stories and just writing a sort of quick synopsis of them, and we'll go through a headline rundown in a bit. I've got rap lyrics that I haven't yet searched, but we will get to later at the end of the stream. I think it's better at the end. It's a way to end on a positive note and stuff. But for the most part, we're just chilling. We're just seeing how everybody is. Just here to interact with you guys. We planned a stream for the Jupiter stream that was supposed to be today. I've delayed it again until Friday just to give me a full day tomorrow when I'm free, so I can sit down, go through because she streams so often and says so much shit.
That's it. It's so much shit as well. You've got to strip the shit from the rest of it, and then there's nothing left.
It's a target-rich environment, isn't it, Dan?
It is. She is an engine-rich exhaust. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what we call rockets when they start to blow up. When they start to eat themselves and spit it out the rocket bit, we call it an engine-rich exhaust. Us fucking numpties, that is. I watch all the rocket launches and stuff. But yeah, lots of rockets flying around, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's lots of rockets flying around. The Iron Dome isn't doing what it should do. Iran's getting bombed a bit. Everywhere's getting bombed at the moment, and we don't like bombs. It's fucking awful, isn't it? The world is fucking on fire at the moment.
The world is indeed. Iran's been hitting US bases and all these other countries around the Gulf. I mean, as most of us know, or anyone who's looked at all on a map of the world with American bases lit up on it, you'll see that America has quite a lot of countries pretty much surrounded. Russia, right up against the border on Russia, and all over the damn place. Yeah, so Iran has been hitting American bases in the Gulf and causing the kind of damage that they're not going to tell us about for a while, I think.
Do you reckon? Because I heard George Galloway say that he estimates, and this is only his estimation, and it's only George Galloway that I've heard say this, but he's like, that there are hundreds of dead American soldiers in bases that they're not telling you about.
I believe him. I believe him. I didn't hear him saying it, but I do believe him. There are, who knows? It's obviously the first casualty in a war is the truth. We know that, so it's pretty much, judge as well as you can what's going on. But yeah,
the fog of war or something they call it.
The fog of war, and nobody, neither side wants the other to know what's going on anyway. That's why as Israel just shot every journalist they could find while they were been smashing on with that genocide. They killed. Excuse me, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Oh, I hate it, bloody Alexa.
Hey Google, play noises.
It wasn't. I've had to unplug her. Yeah, take that, you bitch of the future. Back on the carpet.
There you go. That's what do you think about this? Then Galloway is a Russia simping conspiracy nut. I mean, I'm not going to
the
say
chief's
he is
saying
or
that
isn't,
though,
but-
so he would say that, isn't he? He's never, you know, there's the truth, and then there's the lies, and Galloway's normally somewhere around halfway. He's prepared to listen to both sides. You'll find normally. People don't like that, of course, but yeah, there have been. I mean, I know that Iran doing what it's been doing, seeing off that the fleet, whatever it was. Was it the Fifth Fleet or something? That aircraft carrier that went down there. As soon as they popped Israel's dome, that fleet turned tail and ran. It literally turned tail, well, swam at top speed, flank speed, to get out of the area because they realised they could suddenly no longer protect it against Iranian missiles. So but the results of that have been quite shocking for the Americans. They've left a lot of troops in the Gulf that Iran has now cut off by hitting airports in a few countries along the Gulf there. And then of course when the BBC that says that Iran's firing into lots of different countries, what they mean is they're firing into American assets in lots of different countries. Yeah, it's a war of information as much as anything, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. The war.
Chief says, "Come on, Iranian missiles are jokes." Sorry, but I saw them land at least one or maybe two 1-ton bombs right into the center of Tel Aviv today, right into the center of where their security chiefs all are, right there in the middle. So yeah, I bet they're laughing now, eh?
The thing is, isn't it? Are Iranian is the Iranian military the world's most advanced, the world's most technologically advanced? Is it the biggest or the best? Certainly none of those things. But I will say that no missile is a joke. Like, I mean, there is no, do you know what I mean? Like, there is no missile that you shouldn't take seriously if it's getting through and it's hitting residential buildings, of all things, residential buildings and shit like that. I mean, god damn it, they kill people and it ain't no joke. I just wanted to bring this up quickly. I don't know if you can hear it because it was quite quiet on my end, but let me know how this audio is on this video. Have you seen this, Dad, about Trump being questioned by an actual journalist doing actual journalism, and he really puts him on the spot about these tomahawks?
Oh, go on.
Right, listen to this.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands.
Can you hear
on
that?
Tomahawk.
No, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. But
There is no pumping it up. Bear with me. I'll try and find a louder one, but for some reason, any audio, all the videos I'm finding on that one are just not. Let me have a look.
Let me shut this door. There we go.
There you go. I've got one with a bit louder audio. Okay, here we go.
My lad's just come into the dog's going mad, so he's going "Get down" in the background. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You do your thing. So yeah, this was a reporter that put it on Trump's toes. Listen to this.
Did you do
Oh,
something
God
different
damn it.
with the soup?
You
There
just
we go.
suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even the defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation, but tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I
Oh, shut up in your face. I'm going to hear that question one more time just because he really does put it on his toes. So Trump is obviously claiming that the Iranians somehow managed to get themselves a Tomahawk missile and bombed their own school on the first day of the war, right? Now, as far as I'm aware, Israel don't actually have the ability to operate BGM-109 Tomahawks and shit like that. But, you know, like he says, they're out there everywhere. It's either America or Israel, isn't it? Let's face it. Iran hasn't somehow managed to mystically get its hands on a Tomahawk missile and then bomb its own schools on the first
Okay,
day.
well, while you were speaking, I just contacted my AI. Simple question. How many countries have Tomahawk missiles? the answer is only 3 countries are known to have them. That's Australia, Britain, and the United States. So it's one of us. Stand up. Who was it?
Yeah, and 2 of us, 2 out of the 3, aren't throwing rockets over there.
There you go. So if anyone's been throwing fucking tomahawks around, it's his rulers. Israel.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war.
He's like, look at him nodding his head, and then look at he's like, oh, I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he.
You're the only person in your entire government that is saying this. Do you know why? It's because he makes things up. He just says whatever comes to mind.
Of course.
He just lies. Fuck Trump.
Was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it.
And there you go. Why are you saying it? Because you don't know shit, Trump.
He's a liar. Because you're a fucking liar. Yes, but the truth's always the first fucking thing. So I believe Starmer was trying to justify that attack on the hospital as well, on that attack of the girls' school, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, that was written in the chat before. I'm just gonna, while we're talking, I'll pull something up on it if you want.
You can do by all means, because I happen to know that it was a double tap. So how the fuck has he justified a double tap on a child?
Was it a double tap on the school?
It was a double tap. They said classic double tap. I did read, but I can't put my finger on the bit of text right now. But I did read that. It said classic double tap. I'm going to have to ask my fucking...
Right, and let's have a search together then. So,
Yeah.
share screen. Not that one. This one, the Google screen. Let's have a go. Duty to judge what is in Britain's national interest. That was a week ago. And I've typed in Starmer defense strike on school in Iran. I'm not getting anything really. What is someone dropped some links for me in the chat?
Okay. Based on report, I have my AI overview. Said based on reports from early March 2026, a double tap airstrike hit an all-girls school in Minab, southern Iran, resulting in significant casualties, with estimates of over 150 to 165 people killed, mostly children aged 7 to 12. The incident occurred during a broader military campaign in Iran, with preliminary investigations suggesting the strike was likely American in origin, potentially due to faulty, outdated intelligence. That came from the Middle East Eye. There are 3 other reports on it in the Middle East Eye. So there, fucking double tap. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, double tap strikes mean they'll drop bombs first and they'll hit whoever, and they'll wait then until the first responders arrive and start attending to the injured, and then they'll bomb them again. They'll get everybody. Then they'll get the girl, the child, or whoever it is. You'll get their family who race to the scene along with the first responders. You'll get, yeah.
It's absolutely horrendous, isn't it? It's
It's used deliberately like that as well. Yeah, absolutely terrible.
It really, really is. So we're gonna move over to the headlines. I think the first story, if you want to take that, Dad, is the UK banning the Iranian march in London.
Yeah, well, we're on the subject of Iran, yeah.
Yeah, while we're on the subject of Iran, I just need to get some things up, and then we'll do the video. I just need to get the link up, and yeah, the Al-Quds Day, isn't it? That's what it is. So we'll get the link up. We'll go through, read out a little bit, and then we'll have a look through the actual, through the article, and you can hear it from real reporters.
Yeah. Huh?
Right, I'll tell you what, I'm probably better off having this already sharing on the screen. So, and then come back to studio, wait for that to load up because it takes ages. Go here.
It's over there.
Flips. Right, so are you ready to read it out and I'll hit the video?
I will, yeah.
Good. Right then, assume character.
So the police in London have taken the rare step of banning a planned pro-Iranian demonstration because of what they're calling extremely high tensions right now. Now, there's a couple of words that are wrong. Well, there's at least one word that's wrong there. It's the demonstration. The march, which was supposed to take place this weekend, as part of the annual Al-Quds event supporting Palestinian causes, was blocked over fears it could lead to serious clashes between protesters and counter-protesters, which, if I may interject, which was strange how much they wanted those Israeli football supporters who were known worldwide to be absolute thugs smashing people up. But this Al-Quds, this is a religious event that they have every year, and they've had every year since year dot, I imagine. It's a religious thing. It's about Iran. Come on, it's about their faith. So authorities say the risk of public disorder is considered severe, especially with the wider conflict involving Iran escalating globally. This is actually the first time in over a decade that police have used these powers to stop the event entirely. Organisers say they still want to hold a smaller static gathering instead, but police have warned that any demonstrations will be tightly controlled to avoid violence or security threats. Overall, it shows just how tense things have become in the UK as the wider Middle East conflict spills into politics and protest here at home. It's all right then. So there you go.
Yeah, that was my mistake. I'm really sorry, mate. I thought it had ended.
That's okay. You didn't end a beautiful performance. I won't be heartbroken. But yeah, I think.
But for those.
Go on.
Sorry, Dad. Do you know what? There's a delay. There's a delay in thingy. My internet is being a bit slow. I'm really sorry. I'm going to shut up for a minute until you finish. Say over when you're done.
Over.
All right, sweet. But yeah, obviously, police have taken the rare step of banning that planned pro-Palestinian demonstration. I was just having a look though. For those that don't know, Al-Quds, it's the Arabic name for Jerusalem. It's a day that was created. It's in London, but it's part of an annual protest that's linked to Quds Day, which is a political demonstration held in many countries that are nearing the end of Ramadan. So Quds Day was created in 1979 by the leader of the Iran's Islamic Revolution at the time. And that day is meant to show support for Palestinians and opposition to Israeli control of Jerusalem. But obviously this protest that's been happening in London for some time can't go on because because we can't possibly do that. We can't show solidarity for Palestinians. So the UK government are now banning protests. That's what they do.
From Iran. I mean, come on, guys. You couldn't show, you couldn't show us how pro-Zionist you could be. You couldn't any easier. This Starmer. He says don't get me started. Don't get me started. So yeah, Chief, my mistake. It's well, if it's less religious than I expected, then I apologise. But I see this. Surely I see this. Unless of course I've confused it with another religious ceremony of theirs. I thought this one was the one where they slap themselves on the chest and things as they march along. If not,
absolutely.
I'm wrong. If not, I'm wrong. Fair enough. Not the first time.
No, don't worry about it. It's all cool. We're learning this stuff too as we go along. In this thing here, there's a little interesting piece. If you wouldn't mind reading this out in just a second, I just wanted to say though that just to clarify, though, so the Al-Quds event in London is an annual political protest that supports Palestinians and opposes Israeli control of Jerusalem. The reason it's controversial here is because it's connected to Iran's political movements, and obviously that then connects it to past extremist symbolism and everything else. Which I understand that there is contention around it, but at its core, it's there to support Palestinians and oppose Israeli occupation of Jerusalem, which I'm all for. I'm all for a protest like that as long as it's peaceful. But if you look here, the reason why this is in the news, my dad's just about to tell you.
Okay, the Islamic Human Rights Commission, who organised the annual march, insists that it's peaceful, pro-Palestinian event. It says a static protest will take place instead. It's not the first time a protest march has been banned since 2012. The Met said it had not taken the decision lightly, Faisal body of the Islamic Human Rights Commission said a ban would mean a sad day for freedom of expression. In a statement, Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood said, "I am satisfied doing so is necessary to prevent serious public disorder." Was she the one that was pro the Israeli group coming? Due to the scale of the protest and multiple protests in the context of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. I'm thinking it was her last time that was recommended they come in. Should a stationary demonstration proceed, the police will be able to apply strict conditions. I expect to see a full force of something. Yeah, I say expect to see the full force of the law applied to anyone spreading hatred and division instead of exercising their right to peaceful protest. Was the last time she did that? Was that the last time they beat up all them girls that were there in... Oh, doesn't matter. Later, addressing the House of Commons, Mahmood told MPs she reveres the precious right to protest in the UK and stressed this ban is narrowly focused on specific circumstances in a unique moment. I don't believe a word of it, but there you go.
There we are. Yeah, I absolutely don't believe her either.
It's changed. I'm sure she was all right, and then not. I'm sure because she's one of them. It made me, it made me realize that everyone, no matter who it is, we'll see how this new girl gets on. This new Hayley gets on, but
Hannah Spencer, you're thinking, yeah. This is the thing,
it
isn't it?
Began with an H. Yeah, I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
See how she gets on, but I have found so far that every time they get near power, they put their serious faces on and they all talk the very same language. It's like, gosh, it's like someone was controlling them. We'll see how she gets on. But yeah, I kind of fear for her, but we'll see. We'll see how much her. I mean, she breezed into the place, brought a bit of light in there, didn't she? Into the House of Commons.
Absolutely.
Let's hope she keeps it up and they don't just wear her down. Let's see.
We shall see, and it will be a good test to see if the political system does change people at their core. Because as we can see, Hannah Spencer is just a person at her core. She's a plumber. She's going, she's just past the plastering training and everything else. So she, what I mean? She's just a normal everyday person, and she's cool people. And she doesn't deserve half the shit she's getting, but let's see how it all impacts on her. Let's see if she changes now that she's an MP. And this is not only a good test for the Greens, but it's also a good test in general for people like us who are looking at the political system and wondering, does it really change everyone? So yeah, we'll know more about that.
There's still a bit of a conversation going on in the chat about the Netanyahu and Trump and shit and. With Chief saying it was a war crime, that double tap, that was a war crime if it was intentional instead of accidental. I don't know if a double tap can be accidental. I don't know how that ever works. Christianity is the fastest growing religion in Iran. Well, that's news to me. That is news to me. Let's see. Shall we see? Oh, go on. Let me. Go on, yeah.
So the fastest growing religion in Iran is widely reported to be Christianity, particularly evangelical or underground Christian movements. That's according to Wikipedia.
Okay. Do you think?
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Are they starting on a base where almost everybody's Muslim, and you'd notice, and the Christians are just catching up, or what?
Kind of, but you don't get me wrong. Like fastest growing just means that it's getting the most sort of converts and things over. But I'm reading an article here from Bolane Media. It says that Christianity emerges as the fastest growing religion in Iran despite crackdowns. So apparently, there's an unprecedented growth in Iran of Christianity, making it the fastest growing religion. This is fascinating.
But this is religion. Hey? In secret because they can't do it.
I'm reading it now. It says secretly, it's
so people like
don't
mean,
know.
this is on fear of having your bits chopped up and everything, isn't it?
Well,
Apparently.
it's saying
Allegedly.
here,
No, that doesn't mean anything. We know that.
yeah, no, but it says here, recent studies and reports from both religious groups and organizations and independent researchers. I don't know who that is, but they say that the number of Christians in Iran has surged over the past decade, with estimates now ranging from 800,000 to as many as 3 million. So with a big wide range like that, we know that the numbers aren't going to be, that's quite a big range from 800,000 to 3 million.
Sounds
it's
like
like
a Tommy
800,000,
March,
give or take. Yeah, 2.2 million.
Sounds like a Tommy March. It's weird, yeah. A complex concept. We should look into this. I'm not a religious.
Yeah, and this gets even more fascinating because I'm reading now that
They get
Christians.
doubly fucking beat up once for being Christian and again for not being Muslim, I guess.
Oh, fucking hell, it's mad, isn't it? Like this whole religious, I'll never understand the beef that an individual has with another individual based on their religion. It's absolutely stupid. But when you read about this remarkable trend unfolding in the backdrop of the Iranian sort of persecution, I'm learning now that Iranian authorities routinely target house churches, which I didn't know was a thing, but they're arresting and imprisoning Christians for activities that are deemed a threat to national security or as propaganda against the regime. So in 2022,
stop the shot. Go on then.
In 2022 alone, at least 134 Christians were arrested, with dozens receiving prison sentence or being forced into exile. It's a criminal offence to convert from Islam to Christianity, apparently. Fucking hell, how wild is that?
Yeah. It must take some fucking strong belief, to risk that shit. So Wendy's turned up, bless her little heart and cotton socks, to type the words, "Who cares?" Why? Why, Wendy? Why do you come, Wendy? Just to break my heart?
Just to break your heart. That's all she wants to do.
Oh my word.
She's there to upset your dad. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. She just doesn't. She's not into you.
I can't believe it. That's so cruel.
Oh goodness! Right. So I'm going to take you now to this story here. This is, of course, the story in UK politics at the moment. There's tensions over Mandelson's documents. That's right, the Mandelson document.
Oh, I'm going to have to miss the beginning of this. Excuse me for 1 minute. My lad's nipped out, so the dog's freaking. Excuse me.
Don't worry, go do your thing. There's political pressure now building in the UK after the new government documents were released about the appointment of Peter Mandelson as Britain's ambassador to the United States. The papers revealed that some officials had concerns about the decision at the time, including questions about his past connections and whether the appointment would create political controversy. So they were discussing it. They did have those conversations. They were aware of connections because they were aware that it would create political controversy. There you go. I said that lovely, didn't I? But the documents are the first of a batch to be made public. There are more to come. There's some more sensitive exchanges that haven't been released yet, so that story could be, developing for quite some time. It is difficult. I will say it is difficult. You can't just drop everything all at once, as much as we want to. There are victims that need protecting. Unfortunately, the way in which we're seeing these files being dropped is typically to protect the offenders, or the presidents or princes. It's fucking disgusting. This stuff goes so in depth, and it goes right to the top. It's disgusting. But it has, it's landed now in the middle of a really serious political moment, hasn't it? So there's opposition figures like Kemi Badenoch and everything else, and everybody that's pushing the government to explain how a decision was made to bring this man on board and appoint him as the ambassador to the United States, and what sort of due diligence was actually carried out. So as it's shaping up, it's now going to be one of the, in this country, I think this story and things like it might be what actually takes down Keir Starmer. I previously was convinced that he wouldn't retire, but with pressure like this mounting, I don't see how it's possible that he stays in. We'll see how these political transparency debates go on. When more documents mean more scrutiny coming in the next couple of weeks. But aside from that, let's go to the report and see what actual journalists are saying. This is The Guardian. So yeah, the first bunch of documents promised by the UK government's obviously been released. Oh god, it just gets worse and worse for Starmer, doesn't it? Here we go. Starmer knew about Mandelson's post-jail links to Epstein. He knew beyond a shadow of a doubt, and we have proof. I mean, we all knew it. I knew about this stuff because we had Google. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all had Google. We knew about this shit. How is it that we knew about his connections to Epstein before our own fucking prime minister did? Well, it turns out that is ridiculous. Of course he knew. So after Epstein was first convicted of procuring an underage girl in 2008, the relationship continued across 2009-2011, beginning when Lord Mandelson was a business minister, continuing after the end of the Labour government. This aspect of the documents is unsurprising, not at least that Starmer said last month he knew nothing. Last month that he knew before appointing Mandelson that his choices for US ambassador had maintained some contact with Epstein after the disgraced financier had been jailed in 2008. And then obviously they're talking about, like, we did our due diligence and, you know, but he lied to us. That's all it takes to be appointed to one of the most powerful positions in the UK government, to be in an extreme office like that, where you're the ambassador to the most powerful nation on the planet. Like, I think I heard Femi or somebody else, there was a couple of people that were like, why did they appoint Mandelson to be that thingy? And maybe because Trump is also an adjudicated rapist. Not also, I'm not saying Mandelson is, but he's also in the Epstein files. So the adjudicated rapist happens to also be in the Epstein files. Maybe that's why Starmer thought that it would be a good idea to send Mandelson over. It'd give them something to talk about, wouldn't it? You know, they've got all this stuff in common. They were like, I wonder if they did. I mean, they must have. They were both involved in that same thing. There's no way they didn't talk about it. It is absolutely disgusting. Do you know what's even worse? 27 people here and 29 now and only 8 likes. Hit that like, smash the like button. Do us a favor, guys. It helps us out a lot.
Oh, F and G, as the kids say. Or is that just me?
It's just you. You're the only one that says that.
Oh, well.
As always.
Yeah. Sorry about the moaning dog. He's crying because me lad's gone out to the shop.
Doesn't have attachment issues at all, your guy.
Oh, not much. It's dreadful. He's having a hug. He's all right.
Give them a treat. And your timing couldn't be better when you're coming back, because we've got some ships in the Strait of Hormuz to talk about.
Oh, yeah, the Great Promise.
Let's have a look. It's so bad that Starmer knew all this time. I mean, we all did. It's not a surprise to anybody. We all had access to the internet. We knew that they had a relationship. We knew that they were involved together. It's nothing new to anybody that had any sort of relations with the world's most famous child trafficker has no business being in politics, least of all our politics. You know what I mean? Like, at first when the Epstein stuff came out, I thought it was a lot of conspiracy, and if there was anything real, it's just an American thing. And then it's like, oh no, you're royalty. You know those guys, yeah, those guys as well. Former prime ministers allegedly. Who knows where this goes? God, it needs to be released all and for once. But what we can't do is obviously compromise victims and things like that, because there's a lot of freaks out there. There's a lot of people that die hard with their fucking outlandish, crazy beliefs and Daddy Trump and fucking all that other stuff. It's crazy. And of course, as well, I mean, just before she sadly passed away, the woman that definitely wasn't in any way, shape, or form taken advantage of by Prince Andrew at the time, and he only paid her $12 million just to, for the sake of it. Why not? Out of our money, courtesy of your queen. Yeah, he definitely didn't do anything, but he hounded that woman before she died, didn't he? He started paying like private investigators and all that other stuff to try and dig up dirt on her, and this is post the settlement that they paid of 12 million quid. It's fucking God, it's so rancid, this discussion.
Of your money.
Hello, you're back.
12 million pounds of your money. Do. Just to tell the world that you didn't touch that girl. La 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 la. I'm writing an opera. It's
I'm
called
not surprised.
Shipwise.
It's very operatic, isn't it? It's got a lot of drama elements to it, a lot of freaky stuff. Like Smash, boom, do it, I dare you. Nice one, TK. It's good to see you, dude.
Boom, thank you,
Well-
TK. Good man. So what's
Smash
happening?
it.
Oh, I
Smash
know
that
what's
like-
happening here. Do you want me to have a?
Yeah, go for it, Dad, whenever you're ready.
So where are we? And we scroll down to a cargo ship that's been hitting the Strait of Hormuz. Tension in the Middle East has escalated again after a cargo ship was hit by a projectile while traveling through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important shipping routes in the world. I remember yesterday, I'm sure it was yesterday or the day before, Trump urging captains on to have a bit about him and get on sailing through there. Anyway, it turns out that if they do get hit or they get attacked, the Americans will do nothing. The impact caused a fire on board and forced emergency responses from maritime security teams in the region. The incident comes as attacks on commercial vehicles in the area have been increasing during the wider conflict involving Iran and Western allies. Several ships have already been struck in recent days, and the situation is becoming increasingly dangerous for global shipping. The Strait of Hormuz is a critical route for oil exports, so every incident there raises concerns about supply disruptions and rising energy prices worldwide. And anyone who buys gas now, petrol, will know it's already going up. For now, ships are still passing through, but the growing number of attacks is making the route riskier by the day. And I heard Trump say, you need to show a bit about you, a bit of nous. When he said that, I assumed they'd be, sailing alongside or around or near with warships. But of course, the warships got chased out, didn't they, mostly? So they've left them unprotected. Go on, show a bit of guts. Show a bit of American spirit and do it anyway. And then they just got blown up. Well, or set fire to. Iran has all the advantages there at the moment in the Strait of Hormuz. One side of it belongs to them. And can you see right across it? I'm not sure. It's not really far off. It's a very, very tight pinch spot for ships to navigate. And it's all our oil, I guess, pretty much. The world's maybe a third, is it? Something like that altogether. Massive amounts. It will affect everybody. Except the producer. So, yeah, my figures are probably all over the place. Like, fair warning. Take them all with a pinch of sausage.
Don't worry about it. It's just, it's just us trying to understand things and trying to, see if we can all understand together as a group, with everyone watching. So following the attacks on Wednesday, Tehran said it would not allow a single litre of oil heading for the US, Israel and their partners to pass through the strait. In a video statement broadcast on state television, spokesman Ibrahim Zolkari, sorry, I'll just call him Ibrahim. Zolfakari, there you go. That's so Ibrahim Zolfakari.
Ibrahim.
So Ibrahim Zolfakari said, any vessel or tanker bound to them will be a legitimate target. Get ready for the oil barrel to be at $200 because the oil price depends on regional stability, which you have destabilized. US President Donald Trump has previously warned of Iran of unprecedented military consequence if it mined the strait to stop Gulf oil passing through it, which it is doing right now. I've heard of various vessels being, like the United States has reported about vessels coming under attack, attacking vessels, that were outright actively mining the Strait of Hormuz so that they could stop Gulf oil passing through it. These are the tactics that they're using, of course. These are the things that we were worried about when engaging with Iran like this. Not only are civilians dying, but there are wider implications for global economy.
Okay, I'm going to put this up because it's just ridiculous. I'm going to, just for you guys in the chat, the aircraft carriers apparently, according to the chief, are on their way. No one ran. It's not quite true because they, so what they've called it, as of March, early March, where we are, 2026, the US Navy have not completely left the Gulf, but he has the quote marks, reconfiguring its presence amid high tensions with Iran. Now, the reason I said it's left the Gulf because I saw these satellite pictures of from above, obviously from above the Gulf. Just at the moment, they all fucking turned round, and you can literally see the wakes with a fucking U-turn in them. Have a look yourself, Mr. Chief, because what you say is not true. They're on their way away. So, please do. Please carry on.
They're calling it strategic repositioning due to like the threat, like environment. What that means is, things were getting hit and they needed to step back. They need safer operating areas, and Iran has directly threatened these ships and it has capabilities. I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that. I know that they've attacked the USS Abraham Lincoln. I can't remember if they actually hit it, but I know that, they've claimed to have fired ballistic missiles at, that carrier and other carriers, and through the Pentagon, they've said that they're saying that missiles didn't actually hit them, or that they didn't come close even. But in the fog of war, it's difficult to know because it's in both people's interest to exaggerate and make shit up. So it's just the way it works. I'm going to go back again to just to emphasize the strain on global economy. When we look at now how important the Strait of Hormuz is, how much of the world's oil flows through this little strait here between these two areas here, right? Now, the world's oil goes through there. We're going to watch this again. So this was on the 28th of February, the day of the first attack. Lots of oil getting through, but lots of less. And then March the 1st, March the 2nd, we're now on to the third day of the war. This is now the fourth day of the war, the fifth day.
Look how they're backing up right to the tip.
With all this now.
And the Americans, who normally would have, who had arrived with a great pomp and ceremony, said, we'll control the Gulf through land, sea, and air. Turned tail, and ran. They're now trying to reposition in the eastern end of the Mediterranean, I do believe.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? So now look at it. Look how many are passing through.
I don't know what he's talking about. Oh,
the work that one set. So just to keep it on track though, for things like shorts and stuff. Yeah. If we detract too much, we can't. You know what I mean? But you can see here how much isn't getting through as we get towards the end of this time lapse. Yeah. So let's come back here. So this is now the 10th of March. We're on the 11th today. Look at what isn't getting through compared to what was getting through. Look at that. Now Iran is saying that not a single litre of oil headed for the Gulf will come out of there.
Yeah. I don't know what chiefs are claiming. Somebody's claiming they sunk an aircraft carrier. I haven't claimed that there's any burning aircraft carrier. I said they turned tail and ran.
I was saying that we don't know if, because obviously Iran is saying that they've successfully struck some stuff. Other people are saying that they haven't. But it also depends on what munitions and things are being used. If they're dropping fire, then yeah, sure, you'll see fire. If it's something coming super fast, like trying to deliver a kinetic blow to the side of it to try and breach the hull or something, you might not necessarily see loads of smoke and flames and things. It might just be trying to puncture a hole in the side. But what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong though, I want to be clear. We're not saying that Iran have successfully managed to attack the Lincoln or any of the other aircraft carriers that are out there. We're not saying that. We're saying that they've said that, and we're also saying that America have denied it. But we don't know the truth objectively because this is war, and we might not know that. And so, like you say about someone could have snapped a photo, but it might not have been burning. So for all we know, they may have punctured some holes the size of tennis balls into many the sides of many aircraft carriers that aren't really doing anything. But maybe they are right and they got through. Who knows? We don't know. At the moment, we don't know. And I certainly don't trust the American media machine during the fog of war, just as much as I don't trust the Iranian propaganda machine during the fog of war. It's war. It's what war does. It makes people lie, exaggerate, claim victories where there aren't any, claim victims where there aren't any. It happens. It honestly happens.
So yeah. So can we move on a bit?
Absolutely. There's a story that I absolutely want to cover before this. Before we end out the headline thing completely. And we've got a good news story involving Wales as well, which is cool. We've got some cool things. So the next thing that I want to talk about, let me just make sure I've got the link up ready to go. Here it is. Visit that site. Share this tab instead. Right. Okay. So this brave politician, Charlotte Nichols, was telling MPs about her ordeal. I'll just leave a picture up there while I go through this now, because a really
Oh,
powerful moment happened
yeah.
in the UK Parliament this week during a debate about court reforms. So Charlotte, as you see here, is an MP for Warrington North. She stood in the House of Commons and publicly revealed that she had been raped after attending a work-related event while serving as an MP. How brave of her to do it on such a huge platform. She waived her lifelong right to anonymity to talk openly about what happened to her and how the justice system handled her case. She was using her own trauma and experience to try and give people a better understanding of how the courts work, what's wrong with them, and more importantly, why we need to change them. It's something that we've been saying on this channel for a while, and power to her. She is absolutely awesome. She told Parliament that she waited for 1,088 days, almost 3 years, just to get her case to court.
That's
She described,
outrageous. I say now. Sorry.
isn't it? It's honestly, it's infuriating, isn't it? So yeah, she had to wait 1,088 days, 3 years nearly, just to get her case to court. She described every single day of what that wait was like. She said it was agony while dealing with the trauma and the public scrutiny, because obviously we always scrutinize the victims of sexual assault just as much as we scrutinize the offenders of sexual assault in this country. It's just a thing we do. The man that was accused ultimately was acquitted in the criminal trial, although later a civil process recognised her as a victim and awarded her compensation. Nichols said that she chose to speak out because survivors' experience is often used in political debates without actually fixing the problems that they have. So when we hear all of these far-right people that are talking about that they're re-traumatizing people while weaponizing that trauma for their own political ends to pursue offenders and things that only fit a certain profile, for example. So obviously she's saying that that survivors' experience of being weaponized in political debates without actually really fixing the problems that they face. So his speech has been widely described, and I describe it this way too, as incredibly brave. It's been given at personal risk to, she took a lot of risk, and there's a lot of stigma that still surrounds sexual violence, and standing up in Parliament like that, sharing something so personal, took enormous courage. And it's now sparking wider conversation about whether the justice system is truly working for the victims of SA. And honestly, it is not, and it's good that we're talking about it, because we can recognize it, we can acknowledge it, and we can move on. This is the first step. I can't tell you how much enough I highly respect Charlotte for what she did. She is an absolute legend. For rape survivors and things, the delays and stuff that you see in the system can be devastating. Stories like this, highlight the much bigger issue of how sexual violence cases are handled in the UK. And right now, just to drop some numbers on you, the courts are facing a backlog of nearly 80,000 cases, meaning that victims will wait years before their case can even reach trial, and the trial process can go on for so long. And the whole time,
Can I just interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, when you think about what that must fucking mean to somebody, okay? I mean, rapists are very often known to their attackers, and with something taking literally years. It could be a fucking, a family member. It could be like somebody who lives next door. It could be people over the road, fucking friends of the family that they've had to live with ever since and wait for their time in court. It must be devastating to them. I don't know how they cope, really.
No, neither do I. What an incredible, and that's the MP for Warrington, I believe. Yeah, Warrington North. What an incredible human being. Yeah. So this is now the calls for reform. The court system needs to be changed. They need to reduce these backlogs. It's a record backlog of Crown Court cases that they're experiencing at the moment. And these cases need to be prioritised. There needs to be reforms, not just in the court system, but in also the policing system as well. There needs to be specific dedicated units that are able to handle this and are trained in ways that avoid all of the rape myths, that negate, all of the societal inputs and pressures that are put on SA victims. It's truly shocking, isn't it? It's absolutely, truly disgusting stuff that
Dreadful.
is at the moment.
Dreadful. I mean, how do you say male-dominated society without saying male-dominated society? Have a look at the fucking
Absolutely.
rate figures and how long it takes them for justice, if they ever get it. That's only time to get in court. Never mind them to win the case. For fuck's sake. Dreadful, dreadful. We should be ashamed. It should be a national fucking shame, and it is. So, I know where there's some good news.
Sorry?
I know where there's some good news.
Ooh, where? Go on. Are you tackling that one?
Can I? Yeah, go on. Might as well, if you don't mind. So it's only short, isn't it? I mean, there's not a lot to it, although I might click the one and make you all suffer from that.
Is this the Welsh one?
This is the Welsh one, of course.
So
So,
then we've got a video for this, Dad. Bear with me.
Oh.
Media assets. Right.
to remove profit from children's homes, fostering, and secure accommodation. How cool is that? So, in less than a month, new providers.
Dad,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. There was a bit of a problem. You were completely delayed and you came in a little bit through that sentence. You're right to just reread the headline. Sorry, we didn't hear all of it.
Okay. So, Wales, I'll start again, it's only short. Wales became the first UK nation to remove profit from children's homes, fostering, and secure accommodation. In less than a month, new providers of children's homes, fostering services, and secure accommodation will no longer be able to make a profit in Wales, making it the first nation in the UK to take this landmark step. Currently, some children's care homes and fostering services in Wales are run by companies to make a profit. That means public money can end up in shareholders' pockets rather than being spent on the children who need it most. The Welsh Government is committed to phasing out the extraction of profit from children's social care services, specifically children's homes, fostering services and secure accommodation, as part of its wider reform under the Health and Social Care Act Wales 2025. What can you say? Not a bad word to say about that. If it works,
No,
I'm
absolutely
sure
not.
they'll put a lot of effort into making this work as well. Fair play. Hey, big up. What
There was
say you?
more, isn't there? You didn't see it.
Ah, shit. No, I've done that. Haven't I? Oh, no, I have. Excusez-moi. I'm going to read this off yours. Can you just bump it up a little? Or not?
All right, and I'll bring it up a little, but I'll let me zoom in. Is that what you're asking me to zoom in?
Yeah. Whoa, stop. Yeah. Okay, so from the 1st of April, and it is true, it's not an April Fool's, all new providers of these services in Wales must be not-for-profit. This means every pound spent on the care they provide will go directly towards supporting those children. Changes are being phased in carefully to make sure individuals' children's care is not disrupted. Care for looked after children will only be provided by the public sector, charitable or not-for-profit organisation. I nearly said not-for-profit. Sorry. Care Inspectorate Wales will oversee compliance and has the power to act if the rules are broken. Organisations that want to move to not-for-profit model can access free tailored support from Compass, funded by the Welsh government.
Compass.
Compass. Aye, Compass. I don't know if it's Compass. Is it? Like the
Yeah,
English
like compass, but it's the
Okay,
Welsh
compass.
way of, like it's the place to come and yeah, come.
Okay. Yes. Minister for Children and Social Care, Dawn Bowden, said they looked after children are some of the most vulnerable young people in our society. Don't know what's happened to my reading. They deserve care that is totally committed to their needs. The changes we're putting in place mean that when we invest in children's care, that money stays where it belongs to the benefit of those children. I'm proud that Wales is leading the way on this. Oh, you muppet. I'm proud that Wales is leading the way on this. Just thought I'd say. I too am proud Wales is leading the way on this.
We're leaning. We're leaning on it.
Leaning. And we lean.
But there she is, Dawn Bowden. She's an MS Minister for Children and Social Care. If you don't know, MS means Member of the Senate.
Yes, member of the Senate doesn't mean she's really poorly.
We've got our own party, our own thing going on, not party.
Doing some good
parliament,
stuff.
that's what I meant.
You know, they can, when they work together, they can do some good stuff.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, speaking of cool, I don't know if I'd.
Me.
Let's see how you feel about this one. I've got an interesting story that was put to us in the Discord that I think that we should definitely have a look at the moment. So this comes from Unite the Union, and Unite vote to cut Labour affiliation by 40% on the anniversary of the Birmingham bin strike.
Okay.
Labour is not a party of the unions. Ooh, that's teeny tiny. I won't stand a chance.
I could do
There we
that.
go.
How about up to you, Con?
Yeah, go on if you don't mind, Dad.
Okay. So, Unite has made it clear that the actions of Labour against the Birmingham bin workers will not continue to be tolerated. As well as an escalation of the strike in Birmingham, Unite has voted to cut its Labour affiliation by £580,000. This move is unprecedented and shows the anger of Unite members. I hope this goes to the Greens, I hope they benefit. As streets filled with rubbish in every corner, residents and workers suffer, while the council dither around a deal already scoped out at Conciliation Service, ACAS. A deal blocked by government, backed by commissioners on £1,200 a day. I took a while to read that, didn't I? A deal blocked by government, backed by commissioners on £1,200 a day. Labour's incompetent behaviour in Birmingham has come on the back of a failed economic strategy that's left our industrial base fighting for its life. Oil and gas workers facing decimation by British defence promises broken, the public sector undervalued, and the elderly and disabled under attack, and all that's true. Prior to the rules conference next year, which decides affiliation, Unite has made the decision to substantially cut its affiliation and will now formally consult with its members to see whether they would want to remain in the Labour Party. Unite General Secretary Sharon Graham said, Unite members are coming to the end of the line as far as Labour is concerned. Workers are scratching their heads asking whose side Labour is on. Who do they really represent? Because it certainly isn't workers. Workers and communities are paying the price. Labour needs to wake up and smell the coffee. The cut in affiliation fee shows the anger of Unite members. Stop taking workers for granted. Spine up, do your job, and be real Labour. How about that? Labour just getting kicked out all over the place now, aren't they?
That's a real powerful message, isn't it? And that's the Unite General Secretary, Sharon Graham. She's telling Labour to spine up,
pull
do
out
your
that.
job.
Yeah, that's really sort of pull up a ship up or ship out, is it? Whatever they say.
Ship up, fuck off. No, but I mean,
Find out.
This is now another symptom. Oh, sorry, I was going to say this is another symptom now of even the unions. Are furious with Labour. This isn't a party that represents workers. This isn't a party that represents the unions anymore. This is not the Labour that we all knew and loved years and years ago.
Decades and decades of history of Labour good. He's just destroyed it, stripped the party, turned it into a fucking Tory light. Well, not even Tory light, they're like a Tory party at the moment.
Yeah.
Just fuck him. He's been bad news since day one. There we go. I was asking about this the other week, suggesting that Unite and Unison could detach from Labour and even split themselves between YP and the Greens, as both have stronger anti-austerity measures. Your party. It took me a minute. And now it seems to be happening. Well suggested. If you keep Emsy's our political eye on the ball. Do, like that. That last bit says it all. It's a message for Labour to change leader. Absolutely it is. You cannot continue like this. This ship is heading for disaster. Yeah. Yes, Michael, your party, apparently. YP, your party. Yes, absolutely, Mr. Dewitt. It's a message for Labour to change that leader. But who knows what they're going to do? What's stopping them changing him? I mean, they're all good at knifing each other in the back, aren't they? Why can't we have another night of the long knives? Remember they used to say that in politics when everyone would creep up and stab people like Thatcher in the back. Stabby, stabby, stab. Night of long knives. Does he really? Starmer gets more private funding than the union. Mr. Dewitt's informing us. Still, gosh. Surprisez-vous. Surprisez-moi. How about that? You got a quiet boy.
So, I've got in the back there, I've just got some rap lyrics. I thought we might as well.
Oh, is that what you've been doing? You're so naughty. Where's the back? No,
I am.
Oh, I see the back.
Yeah,
right.
don't read anything out loud because I've also put another message in there slagging off our moderators. I'm joking.
Oh, he isn't. Oh, is he? He's not. No, go on.
But yeah, have you got those lyrics?
Okay.
All right, and bear with me. I will get the I'll get the video on, and then I'll put you on solo layout. And then when you're ready, let us know. All right. No, when you're ready, go for it. Okay, just give it a second after the video finishes.
I'll try.
Right, ready?
Born ready. Look at how I bodied that. Ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still want to know where Megan at. Where Megan at? Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back. My baby back. See what you did? See me in that dress, and he feels like he almost tasted that. Aha. Num, num, num. Eat it up. Foreplay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. That's good foreplay. Foreplay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So you know I'm the hottest. You ain't ever got to heat me up. I'm present when I'm absent. Speaking when I'm not there. All them bitches, scary cats. I call them Carol Baskins. And that was the hardest and funniest one we've read yet. What a lot of nonsense.
There you go. That's your take on that song. What a load of nonsense. So we've got a song there that my dad's just read out. 5 points for you know how it goes. 5 points for the track if you guess it right, and also 5 points if you guess who the artist is. So far, 5 points have been claimed.
Oh,
It's a Megan Thee Stallion song. If you can't guess it now, we will reveal it a little bit later. We'll get my dad to read it again to give you another chance.
Or something else by the same horse. If it's Megan Thee Stallion. Something else by the same artist.
Oh, God, I thought you were being incredibly misogynistic. You said horse. Ah, good. Because of the stallion. I see what you did there.
You got to keep up, kid.
So, not a clue on the song. Right, well, leave it out there. We'll leave it out there. You've already got 5 points. Don't worry about the toaster. The toaster's yours.
You have full
5 points.
Yeah, the toaster is yours. Now you're going for the motorboat on a trailer. I know you came by train, but 3, 2, 1. If you get this right, we'll give you the motorboat. Carry on.
Carry on. So I'm just having a quick look through the interesting links section in our Discord. We've got a couple of really cool things in here. Let me just find them.
I like that rap
what?
thing.
You know what?
I love the intro sound. Real cool.
Do you know what? Let's should we do a bit of a audit corner for a minute?
Yeah, go on for a laugh.
All right, and let's. I'm going to get up some links that we've got in our auditing news section in our Discord. Which, by the way, I'm going to put the link out right now. If you're not in,
Oh, hang on! Oh, stop! There's an emergency. Hang on a bit. So yesterday, new rules suddenly introduced: not to answer until after when I finally get the song and artist correct. No.
Okay, this is easy to solve. All right, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Did you
better be
know?
nice,
Do you
though.
know what the song is?
No.
Not you, MZ.
Oh.
The Chatterati.
Does MZ know what a song is? Beep, beep. Because it's still 5 minute. Oh, I don't know. It's in the Discord, apparently.
Let me have a look. Where did he?
Or was that you? No, that was you.
I'm looking for Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion.
Jo started a big fight backstage. Poof, dosh, dish. Nobody's complained, but you know.
I don't worry about it, Michael. It's all on me. I completely forgot. But there should be an invite there for. I don't know why it didn't work properly. Actually, you've only got half the link. I'm going to put this in there for Discord. Help us out, guys. Get chatting. There's loads of people in the Discord. It's real fun at the moment. We've got a great bunch of people putting all sorts of really interesting stuff. Fun, funny conversations, really interesting conversations. It's all good.
Yeah. Shall I time MZ out for her? No! No! Who started Michael on timing people out?
Who gave that guy a spanner? Oh, God, that was a risk, wasn't it?
Oh, well. Yeah. Right, so where we at? Sunshine?
We're going to get some audit cornering up. I'll walk you through what I'm doing, but I'm doing things in the background. So I'm going to click on the link and then hit visit site. I've got to bring it back over to StreamYard. And then before I hit share, I'm going to...
Quick, everybody, tell your mates, it's Auditing Corner.
It's your favourite corner. It's not the dunce corner, but it's very, very similar.
Yeah, same thing. You don't have to wear a pointed hat. We know you've got a pointed head.
This is the one where they do wear pointed hats. I'm joking. Then
I watched this and I can't tell you.
Well, let's find out together. I haven't seen it yet. Let's have a look. So it was put in our Auditor News, this clip here from Pal Media. It says, surrounded by Antifa mob, I stand my ground and face my enemies with ... Where is it? It was just with Antifa. So it's put in there with...
Gave you a lot of watching.
Sorry, one second. Someone put a caption though saying, "I've never seen such a lie in a title before."
I could save you a lot of trouble here.
Why is that? Go on.
Well, who did he make a stand against? He kept getting, every time he heard a threat, he jumped up against the police lines and they let him through. I don't understand it at all. Go on.
Let's see what's happening.
So he's walking through one group and then walks through another group. I think that's what he means. It can only be that.
My standoff with Antifa.
Right. So he's now in the space between police lines, isn't he? I think. Or he was.
I mean, to be fair, that copper spent a while pushing that guy, right? He spent a minute
pushing him. Everybody passed him on either side. Unlucky.
Yeah. He was like, listen, you're not getting through there, mate. It's not happening. Okay, come on.
Yeah. I'm going to put this up because this is how it is.
And he does a little crab sidestep away.
Yeah. This is talking about these fucking protesters. How can you be anti-fuck? How can you be what they are?
Let's skip through and see what's happening.
That was him, straight through the Antifa lines, no mercy shown, all given. Here we go again, straight in. Poof, get out of the way, you hairy monster. Oh, sorry, I'll walk around.
I'm not going to lie, I love that person's coat, but they're giving Honey Monster vibes, I'm just saying.
Is it a woman, is it a lady's coat or is it a gentleman's coat?
I mean, I'd wear it.
Oh, she looks cuddly.
Anti-fascist. Is he just clickbaited us?
Oh, absolutely. There is no. He's just chicken shit. Cockadoodle. He just walks through from behind each person. They don't know him from Adam. He's not shouting. He's not screaming. He's not. He's not saying, "Go away, Antifa," because I'm Antifa.
Surrounded but never backing down from.
This is him now. This girl said, "Look at him. He's a photographer."
How do you know I'm a fascist?
Because you were shouting shit with the fascists earlier. Yes, you were.
I love this where they do it
Right.
like, what
Okay,
makes you think
so-
I'm a fascist? Because you're sitting and hanging around with all the other fascists. What are you
Yes.
talking about?
And he was doing that, right? And he was, and she spotted him. But look how long this confrontation lasts.
Oh God, are we getting in this? Sorry, the chat is having a bit of fun, and I might want to just for a laugh. They're talking about like they're talking about how they're talking on the subject of genocide, obviously.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's one of these chatters. I've had this conversation with this person before, almost exactly the same conversation.
I know.
That apparently
To
the
think
UN
that-
does not matter in the context of genocide. It doesn't matter that the UN Commission of Inquiry found that Israel were committing. Remember, you have to only commit one of these five acts, these five depraved acts, to meet the criteria to be
Oh, yeah.
legally defined as a genocide.
Also,
Not
May Chong, this fucking get a grip. I mean, how are you still having this conversation at this stage?
I know it's 2026, and he's not even acknowledging that Israel hit 4 of the 5 required, the 5 points of genocide, basically.
Yeah, any
They're
one
five-
of which
five
would have
criteria.
qualified it. Come on, stop doing that.
It's mental, isn't it? It's just pure copium. It's like
not
it's
nice.
just
It's not nice.
they ignore that and then they go, but nobody really cares about the UN anyway. It's the UN and faux scholars mean nothing. It's like
Yeah.
what? The UN means all right, and yeah, okay. In cases of genocide, the UN means nothing. Okay, bro.
The UN.
Right, anyway, so yeah, this person's got the serious eyes. That's this is full anti-fascist like targeting system found. She's like, I've locked on.
Crazy, eh?
Come in. Hey, yeah.
Is that right?
Excuse me, mate.
Is that right?
You can have a go. You can have a go.
This is it. This is the big standoff. Some old biker.
Mate.
One of them, yeah?
He's with them, mate. They're not.
Come through.
And he's going through the police line. Safe and sound. Big old standoff. Good lad.
And then, yeah, as soon as he got on the other side of the line, like those dogs that get on the other side of the fences and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so
they're
they
fine
open
if the
the gate.
gate's closed, but as soon as they're fine to bark if the gate's closed. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can tell you've been here before, Dad, because you've dropped the dislike. We use the same channel.
Oh, fancy that.
I can tell you've been here. Yeah.
Fancy that. Oh, I always put one or the other to remind me where I've been. So if there's a thing, I know where I've been. I know I've been there. You know what I
So
mean?
is this his great standoff? He stood behind the
That's
police
the
line.
great standoff. He's backing away slowly while the police are advancing.
The police. So basically, these guys
Police
have
are
gone.
retiring. These
But
guys,
excuse me,
and
Mr. Officer, that guy actually is a
anti-fascists-
counter-protester from the other side.
the anti-fascists, it must be said, the anti-fascists are advancing. Police are walking backwards, and this idiot this is his standoff with the whole of Antifa. Never backing down, walking backwards through the police lines. Never backing down.
You're famous.
Are you ready to shame me?
You'll be famous.
Are you ready to shame me?
You'll be famous.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I didn't get much further, I'll be honest.
Keep walking.
And that's
It's
it.
just not worth it. It just wasn't worth carrying on. I'm headed for safety. Oh, yeah. Until he gets to the next line. Ah, they won't let me through.
Serious. Mate.
He's going, they threatened me and you won't let me through. He got threatened by a girl. And she didn't even threaten him.
So there you go. That was his big brave stand.
Put me in a position. Fucking surrounded there, people.
It was he.
Yeah, surrounded by lines of police, mate. You're fine.
Never surrendered once.
If there is no drama, they'll just invent it, these auditors.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly in the headline of that piece of crap. That was just terrible.
Absolutely. It's nuts, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Just bonkers. But there he was. That was a great big stand. Oh, Michael, I don't know. This has bugged me since day one, mate. It used to be when I was growing up, like to be a grass, to run to the police, or to run to your mum, was worthy of ridicule and would get you a slap from whoever you ran to. Now, it's a race to the fucking police. You saw them auditors just before they attacked Hannah the other day. Before this, what's her name?
Hannah Spencer.
Yes, you beauty. Just before they chased after her, they were all arguing that somebody pushed another, both pointing at the police, or screaming at the police, pointing to one or another. It's fucking nonsense. What horrible people. Not my type of people, I'll be honest. People who go running into the police like that. You know you can't trust them with anything. Yes, Michael, that's all I've got to say about that. What about you, young fella?
That's it. That's pretty much. I found this though. This comes from Tiz Talks, who's let's have a look. Apparently, so this is the dark rise of citizen journalism. This was posted into the Auditor News by another viewer of the channel, who's also a member of the Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, make sure you are.
You'll notice there's a thumbs up there. I did watch it. I did leave him a thumbs up. Well done, that man. Who's he again?
I've not seen this one.
I've got that covered. I watched it yesterday, or last evening.
What if I told you that right now, here in the UK, there are literally dozens of convicted...
Sorry, no, I'm not going to let it slide. Last evening.
This morning.
Last evening.
Evening before, this morning. I watched it sometime.
Oh, last evening, yesteryear. Again.
Sometime I watched it.
Oh, bless you. I love it.
criminals running around calling themselves journalists whilst harassing women, pensioners,
they say criminals running around calling themselves journalists.
Put his finger straight on it, mate. He started in exactly the right vein. Do you know that there are a vast number of criminals running around with fucking cameras, claiming to be auditors, protectors of people and stuff? What's that yellow dottage on there? Ooh, what's that about?
What?
That yellow
this
dot
being monetized on a large scale.
I don't know. Just money, currency stuff.
Okay.
Whilst also significantly shifting public discourse. And what if I then said that this shift in modern journalism didn't just come from technology, but from when trust collapses? Because when people stop believing and trusting institutions, the solution isn't always better information sources, it's louder voices. However, these people calling themselves citizen journalists aren't filling a gap left by the mainstream media, they're exploiting it. This is the dark rise of citizen journalism.
No, right. So I don't know how it's going to be framed from here on out, but I will stand up for citizen journalism and real street, actual street journalists and things like that.
And he's quite specific about these.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Far more specific than I am. Yeah. I hate everybody. I'm a open opportunities hater. Me.
You're a hater, not a lover.
Equal opportunities, open opportunity. I'm an equal opportunity.
He's rated.
There you go. I'm one of them.
The grift and the curse.
I want to be clear from the very start. This video is not about silencing people, and it's not about defending the mainstream media. And it's also not saying that ordinary people shouldn't document what they see.
The fact is, Robert, it was my driver's idea. He very much started grifting.
When institutions fail, people don't stop looking for information. They just stop believing the usual source. And that creates a vacuum. And in that vacuum, something else grows. Now, in the UK, this space has been filled by a loose, chaotic ecosystem calling itself citizen journalism. And it's an ecosystem that now plays a significant role in shaping public opinions around protests, policing.
I don't think it does. I don't think it plays that much fucking. I don't think it's that important, to be honest with you. Let's skip into it. I don't want to play the whole thing because he's got.
No, I know you don't. And I also, I will add one note I do want to make is that I found it difficult to watch, not because of what he's saying, but because of this. They've got like this every. Is it? Have a look. It looks like it's been cut every few seconds, and it's got like a little jerkiness to it.
Oh yeah, it's
migration
done really well. You know,
that style I find really difficult to find. Follow.
I quite like that style.
Do you?
But we've got different
right
tastes.
off.
So let's have a little gander. Let's come here.
Loughborough Hotel.
Questionable geezers and geezettes shoving cameras in people's faces and shouting about boats.
Stop touching him.
I just do my job. Yeah.
Oh God!
Just do my job.
So
They got
put your badge around.
Stop touching it.
Stop the boats. If you spoke to any reformer as to why were they voting reform, it was to stop the boats.
And yeah, that is what this video is essentially about. But to
It's madness in it. The fucking auditors are absolutely disgusting.
They're a special breed, aren't they? They've become a special breed. Now, let me say, Smackerty pointed out that we should be using agitators instead of auditors because that's what they've become. That's absolutely what they've become. The fewer, especially ones at the top, they've morphed from auditors to agitators. Of course they have. And everybody fell asleep?
Nope. I just was writing a message to somebody.
2 boats have arrived in the UK.
Why are we seeing asylum seeker males being separated from the asylum seeker families? It's just making people more angry. One person loses their life, that will be it. I don't want that to happen. No one wants that to happen.
Now, I first encountered him when, unbeknown to me, he was secretly filming me at a council protest I attended regarding the aforementioned protests. Now, at the time, I had no idea who he was. He then come to my attention, and what followed was what I would later discover was a familiar pattern for many people. First, there was a half-hearted attempt to dox me, to which I responded by jumping into his live stream and confronting him. That confrontation then leads to him agreeing to have a debate with me.
So this guy Tiz talks. That honestly is how we've ended up with all our debates. He's clearly well versed in auditors. He knows his auditors or activists or agitators, whatever you want to call them. This is exactly the sort of treatment that they throw at you. It seems to be like a standard sort of tactic, if you will.
Tatus Newydd, good to see you. Yeah, he's got it sussed. He's been watching. I think he's been watching us. I think he's been watching me. I think it's me. He's one of my watchers, and he's styled his whole self. Can you see? On me.
Yeah.
See the obvious fucking close match?
Nope. I'll fight you.
It's pointless, isn't it? Pointless.
Let's go.
Whilst also backtracking on some of his nefarious behaviour around doxing. Then what happens, we have a debate, and what becomes apparent is that when challenged with facts rather than fear, completely collapses. And it's something that you see time and time again with auditors. When they're met with reciprocal energy and evidence, they fold. It's only when they're speaking to their own audience do they revert to type, with the same slogans, the same vague references to protecting women, protecting children, and something about free speech. And it's...
We want our free speech. What are human rights? These fucking people.
No, you can't say that.
No, they're fucking hilarious, aren't they? Yeah, he's clearly got a handle on what these. Yeah, he's got the full auditor treatment.
He has, yeah. He knows what he's talking about. It's not that hard, is it?
No.
There's us making it look really difficult, and it's not that hard.
The free speech is hilarious because their definition of free speech seems to also extend to harassing and abusing people for their content. Now, Virus, whose real name is Paul Judd, is a pretty typical example of these types. He's loud, he's intentionally misinforming people, particularly around migrants and Muslims, and eventually it catches up with him. In 2025, outside a hotel in Canary Wharf, he was arrested on suspicion of racially aggravated harassment, and I believe he's currently awaiting trial. As part of his bail conditions, he's prohibited from attending gatherings of more than 3 people, which he hilariously tried to have overturned so he could attend the Unite the Kingdom protest in September. And since then, he cuts a bit of a sad figure, creating fake beef online for clicks and gifts on TikTok while sitting in the pub, live streaming, soliciting money from his followers, and continuing to post content that rarely survives even basic facts.
I like the way he describes it, soliciting money from his followers, which is, that's really well put. He does know what he's talking about, you know. It's one of those like, wait, you've met these guys before.
Indeed.
In money from his followers and continuing to post content that rarely survives even basic fact checking. And again, this is all part of an emerging and continuous pattern, because over the summer, as counter protests form against the racism aimed at migrant hotels, a small group of us begin to notice something unsettling. The same faces keep appearing, and then when you look closer, the pictures just get darker and darker.
Behaviour I do not know. I find him a little bit crazy, but fancy coming up to a member of the public and just taking their phone.
Now, one particularly dark example, believe me, there are many, involves an individual called Anthony Styles. Now, he's known online across his YouTube and Facebook as AJ Audits. And
Ooh. Oh, wait. Let me come back.
Anthony Styles. Now, he's known online across his YouTube and Facebook as AJ Audits. And in August 2025, he appeared in the crowd at the Stanwell Hotel protests.
Do you remember this, Dad?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's a flipping. Yeah, gotta let him tell you. We know what he is.
God, it's absolutely awful, isn't it? I remember when that came out, all the auditors were like, it's weird, isn't it? Because he was he'd been in jail and everything else. You know, there was this whole, they wanted to make content out of it and they wanted to seriously distance themselves from this sort of person. Whilst at the same time, there were creators like DJE who were still being heavily in the auditing scene. Like they were still rubbing shoulders with all those guys. But because this one was such an egregious one and so obvious and became so public so quickly, that, you know, obviously, I mean, you couldn't make it up. There's a guy sat outside of a hotel shouting about how, you know, he's protecting women and kids. And because he's such an auditor, he's so auditor brained, he even like made his own little press pass thing, pretending to be a journalist. He was cosplaying, but unfortunately he put his real name and details on there. So people Googled him and they found out that he was actually somebody that had done horrific crimes to children and had been in prison for it. And there he was outside the protest shouting about protecting women and girls. Mental, innit?
Yeah. So we should think of a word for them.
Far-right vloggers. They're just far-right vloggers.
I'm sure we can use more imagination than that between all 6 of us.
Cunts. No, that's not really.
I mean, you know, suggestions in the chat or suggestions in the Discord. See if we can bring up a new name that's apt for these people. That's not, you know, just apt so that it might possibly fucking meme its way out of here because they need something.
Well, do that. Whoever gets the best name, think of a new name for auditors. Whoever gets the best name gets 10 of your finest points in the Cockwombles. That's so far leading. The Cockwombles.
So yeah, we'll review it every so often, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll use the best ones. We'll pick the best one at the end of this, and we'll use it for the next one. And if we get a better one, then we'll use it to get over that. Shall we?
Absolutely, yeah. In the meantime,
Emmy's thrown herself into this. Himself, sorry. Misanthrope
mugs.
All these favourite words coming out. Tata Snowy likes I like Dave. That's very good. Nice short.
So far, Cockwombles is my favourite.
Yeah. Cockwombles is not bad.
That's very descriptive, straight to the point.
Well, it's a bit obvious that, Smack. Isn't it?
I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to wrap up soonish because I've really got to do some stuff in a minute. But
your timing could be better. I've just been handed my tea.
All right, and brilliant. Well, just before we go, while they're thinking of them, and we'll pick the best one, are you okay to very quickly, just while it's cooling? I'm really sorry. Could you read out those lyrics again one more time? We've already got the artist. Let's see what the song is, just for the audience.
Right, hang on.
It's in private chat.
Right, do you want me to just start, or are you starting with the thing?
Do you know what? We'll start with the thing.
Look at how I bodied that, ate it up, and gave it back. Look, yeah, you look good. But they still want to know where Megan at. Where Megan at? Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back. See me in that dress, and he feels like he almost tasted that. Num, num, num. Eat it up, foreplay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't ever got to heat me up. I'm present when I'm absent. Speaking when I'm not there. All of them bitches scary cats. I call them Carol Baskins.
I love it. So we've got we already know it is Megan Thee Stallion. We've already got points for that, but can we guess the song title? As anyone knows the song title, then you can also get another. There's still 5 points available.
Oh, New Potatoes couldn't have been familiar with this. Sorry. No, he makes me read rap lyrics every time, and the idea is to guess the lyrics and the artist. That's what it is. He makes me do it, and then he puts me back in my cage.
Tiger King. It's not Tiger King, no. Yeah, it is. In fact, I'm going to put you out of your misery. Are you ready?
Me?
Well, I don't feel like sharing now. It
Me?
is
I
Body
don't care
by
less.
Megan Thee Stallion. And we're going to go a bit buzzcoxy, and we're going to show you how it should have sounded. So, Body, Megan Thee Stallion. Let's play a little clip of it. This is what it should have sounded like. I don't want to get struck. Please don't strike me, Megan Thee Stallion. There you go.
It up and gave it back. They look good, but they still want to know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
won't
Right, me. I got it quite right, didn't I?
You did. You got the cadence just down. When I shut my eyes, it was, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen my dad and Megan Thee Stallion in the same place at the same time. My dad might actually be Megan Thee Stallion. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Right then.
10 points to MZ for getting, that's the name we're going to run with for now. They're not auditors, they're cock wombles. That's the new name at the moment. Till we find something better, but you've earned 10 points for that. 5 points for Michael for the guessing the title, and that's all from us, folks.
Well done, guys. All I've got to say now is love and peace.